Hey guys, welcome to the Superhero Post Show with your host Stevie Hayes, and today I'm excited to be talking to you guys about the Fantastic Four. So, there's been a lot going on in regards to the Fantastic Four, and just with, the idea of just the whole entire casting, there's been so many rumors going around, and so many people are talking about so much stuff. So, I'm here to kind of tell you some new stuff that was talked about and what I kind of got from it. So, if you don't know, Emily Blunt was recently interviewed, and she was talking about John Krasinski appearing in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And there are some things that she said that kind of made my brain go ding ding ling ling. Like, yo, like, okay, I think I hear what you're saying. So I'm gonna read what was said, and then I'm going to kind of go off of that and tell you guys what I think. So it says this: commenting on Krasinski's cameo in Doctor Strange 2, Blunt told reporters that she was really happy she got to be a part, that she was really happy he got to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as she saw her spouse was a huge fan himself. And if you didn't know, John Krasinski actually did audition for the Captain America role, and obviously he got beat out by Chris Evans, right? Anyways, commenting on a potential return to the role for her husband, Blunt said, "I hope so. You never know," before playfully holding up her finger to her mouth as if to say she can't say anymore. Blunt: "I was really happy for him because I think he's a huge fan, and I understand why it's such an ardent, passionate religion for people. It's a huge part of our cinematic history now," so he was thrilled. And the interviewer said, "Well, I think everyone else was as well, hoping we can see him again." Blunt said, "Yeah, well, I hope so. I hope so. You never know." Okay, so shout out to Emily Blunt, because she just confirmed that John Krasinski is coming back. Emily, thank you. God bless your soul. I mean, at this point, and I'm pretty sure I said this in my last Fantastic Four video, that John Krasinski is obviously Reed Richards. Why would they introduce him? I mean, it just makes no sense, right? Because fans are going to get very used to him being Mr. Fantastic, and then you're just going to recast another guy. Like, no, that's not the way it works around here. The same. I see John Krasinski's casting the same way that T'Challa was for Black Panther, right? We saw we saw Chadwick Boseman come into Captain America Civil War as T'Challa. And obviously we didn't recast another one, right? We didn't get a newer T'Challa. No, we got T'Challa and Black Panther, T'Challa and Avengers, Chadwick Boseman's portrayal of the character. So that's kind of the road that I see it going. There's no way out of that. Now, I know that I made a bunch of videos with Penn Badgley being Mr. Fantastic. I do think he maybe auditioned for a role, or that he's been sought out for the role maybe of Doctor Doom or something else, but the role of Mr. Fantastic is set in stone. It's John. And I do think that Marvel is kind of playing into people's heads, because they want us to think it is other people. They want us to keep pulling all of these names out of a hat, But at the end of the day, guys, it is definitely John Krasinski. And to be honest with you guys, to be a little more candid, I wouldn't be shocked. Now, I don't think that it's going to be her, to be real with you, but I wouldn't be shocked if Emily Blunt does also play Sue Storm. I totally wouldn't be shocked if that happened. And the reason why I say that is because, for me personally, I take a look into like where the actors' projects are going to, right? And when I look at it like this, right, she just did Jungle Cruise, which was a Disney film. Wouldn't be shocked if she's in a contract with Disney where she has to make a certain amount of Disney films. And I wouldn't be shocked if the Fantastic Four has a part to do with that in her contract, and maybe she's already gotten that Sue Storm role, and maybe Kevin Feige and them like the dynamic that John Krasinski and Emily Blunt already have, because they're married, and they just wanted to adapt that into the movie. I could totally 100% see that happening. And to be honest, and to even go a step further, I think the cast has to already be picked at this point as well. I think at this stage, they are most likely writing, because we already got told that Matt Shackman, he was the guy who did WandaVision, that he's going to be doing the Fantastic Four, and he's very excited about it. So I wouldn't be shocked if we are already in the early writing stages, writing up the script and all of that stuff. But as in regards to John Krasinski being Mr. Fantastic, I have a slight feeling in my bones that we are going to see him in another movie or show before this Fantastic Four movie, because we all know that Fantastic Four is supposed to be coming out February 12th, 2025. And obviously Avengers is coming out later on that year. So I do think that this video is kind of, or I do think that this film is kind of going to play what Black Panther played in 2017 to the Avengers Infinity War. I think, you know, this movie is going to be really important, but I do think it's kind of going to push Mr. Fantastic and the Fantastic Four right into this next Avengers Kang Dynasty battle. Number one, because obviously Kang is a descendant of Reed, which kind of gives Reed more of a reason to be in this plot. But I also think that, you know, with the loss of Tony Stark and all these people not being here, unless if we get a variant, which is most likely going to happen, I do see Reed Richards playing a key role in defeating Kang the Conqueror. And I also see him playing a big role in the Secret Wars plot and forever, and, you know, as we go along for the future. And I also believe that if this John Krasinski thing worked, because I do believe one of the big falls for the MCU, like one of the bigger reasons why the MCU failed, was because of the very fact that Chadwick Boseman passed away. I do think that, you know, the keys were kind of handed to him, and, you know, obviously, you can't control, right? He died of cancer, which is super sad. And I do think that, you know, they were kind of scrambling for a while, like trying to figure out what they're going to do. But I really believe that if John Krasinski and the Fantastic Four cast blow it out of the park, this is some of the future that you can build on, you know. And when the X-Men come, that's another part of the future that you can build on as well. And obviously, you know, we got Spider-Man and all these other characters that they just pop out billion-dollar movies like it's nobody's business. But yeah, so that's kind of where I see this all going. I just think that 99% of the time when someone says, well, you see, like, you'll know, all that stuff, like, we'll see, you never know, 99% of the time that person is already casted. And Marvel tried the same thing with Toby and Andrew regarding Spider-Man. They did the same thing with Black Bolt and Doctor Strange and Peggy playing Captain Britain and all that, or whatever. So at this point, I'm on the side of John being casted. So that's where I stand, and that's kind of what this interview told me. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think that John Krasinski is going to be Reed? And I mean, another question, do you even want him to be Reed? Because I do. So tell me what you guys think. Have a wonderful day.